Off-road.
On-road.
Petrol.
Diesel.
Supercharged.
Turbocharged.
British.
German.
An argument that could have continued indefinitely, but in the end a back-to-back drive across identical roads was the only way to pick a winner. Flagship SUVs like the BMW X5 M50d and the Range Rover Sport Supercharged are all about prestige and performance, and although each delivers their significant output via different means, the formula is more or less identical. The Sport Supercharged is powered by a 5-litre supercharged petrol V8 worth 375 kilowatts and 625 newton meters, while the X5 M50d employs a triple turbocharged 3-litre 6-cylinder diesel, making 280 kilowatts and 740 newton meters. Both use an 8-speed automatic transmission and both offer all-wheel drive, though only the Range Rover comes with a dual-range transfer case for proper off-road ability. That aside, the pair were ferociously fast and on our test scored 0 to 100 times at 5.1 and 5.7 seconds respectively.
This supercharged V8 is just so powerful, and there's almost no lag at all in reaction time from when you sink the throttle in, unlike the BMW, which can, sort of be caught napping, especially when you're coming up from idle.
It's true the Rangey is quicker in a straight line, but this triple turbo diesel still pulls incredibly strongly. Even at this speed, 110 on the freeway, nail the throttle and it just hits warp speed.
But while speed is one thing, the Range Rover's off-road ability was quite another. It may have been let down by low-profile rubber, but its air suspension and impressive grip was a highlight.
Now, the adaptive dampers are not only good for raising the ride height off-road or sinking it closer to the ground when you want to get in and out of the car, but they also seem to make the ride pretty plush on rough roads, while also maintaining, a really minimal level of body roll when you're getting stuck into some corners.
But it's not all about ability. At this price, the prestige side of the equation is worth considerable bragging rights. And not surprisingly, the Sport and the M50d had a lot to brag about.
This luxury SUV has loads of tech toys, including a heads-up display, which the Rangey doesn't get. It's also got an intuitive infotainment system that looks great. However, on a day like today, 44 degrees, the air conditioning has been a bit of a letdown. There's a real sense of comfort and luxury inside the X5. It's beautiful to sit in, but compared to the Rangey, there just isn't that sense of occasion. This could be any BMW in some respects.
If I had one complaint of the Range Rover Sport, it would be that the seating position is quite a bit more upright and not as sedan-like as it is in the X5, and what that means is that you sort of feel like you're sitting on a kitchen chair, and the relationship with the steering wheel and the pedals suffers just ever so slightly as a result. Well, that was definitely a lot of fun, but I don't know, I think I'm just going to have to stick with my decision and go with the Rangey.
Mate, those things are ridiculously fast for how much they weigh, but I disagree. I prefer the X5.
The personality of this pair means a decision as to which one better suits you is largely a case of horses for courses. But for our money, the Range Rover Sport is the winner by a nose. It might be dearer and heavier on fuel, and it mightn't be as car-like to drive, but the sense of theatre from both outside and in, the speed and the way it stands out in the crowd just can't be beat. And isn't that what owning one of these beasts is really all about?